hang out underneath there while I film?
Don't worry, these ones aren't leaving. I'm just putting them away. Parks would never leave me. Hey guys, it is Jenna, what is up, and welcome back to another board game video. Today, we are doing a hardcore video. That's why I wore my Green Day t-shirt. I'm about to get real mean up in here. I'm just kidding. I am not a very mean person at all, but these are going to be games that I am considering getting rid of. There is a few that I already know I'm going to be getting rid of, and I will tell you guys those ones as we go through. But I have 5 games on each side of me, and we're gonna go through, and I'm gonna tell you guys why they might be leaving my collection. I did ask over on my Instagram, which if you guys aren't following me over on Instagram, it's just at Jenna Rose Beasley. I've been posting a lot more board game stuff over there, so if you guys want to see that, definitely consider going over and following. But without further ado, we're going to be going through these 10 games that are going to be leaving the collection, possibly leaving the collection. If you guys want to see that, then just keep on watching, and I hope you enjoy. So I'm going to start over here. The first game, I haven't actually looked up like all of the publishers and designers and stuff of these games, but I will try to let you guys know as we're going through them. This is the first one that is, I was gonna say definitely leaving the collection, but I don't know. Francis and I have only played this once, and it has been in our collection almost since we began like collecting games or like being in the board game hobby. And this is Gloom. This is 2nd edition Gloom, and it is an interesting card game. Basically, I'll show you guys the cards because they're very interesting. They actually remind me of the cards in Canvas, but they are translucent cards, and basically in this game you are trying to make your opponent's family, because you're each going to have a family of different people, and you're trying to make your opponent's family as happy as possible and your family as miserable as possible. Basically, you'll win the game if your family is all miserable, and I believe when they all die. So it's an interesting game. The only thing is that it wants you to make up stories as you play cards, and Francis and I like some sort of story, not so much like storytelling. Like, I'm not a huge fan of that. Like, I love Above and Below. It's like one of my favorite games, but this one you're kind of having to like improv with the cards that you're playing, and it's just one that we would only have to play with like people that are down to like be silly and tell stories and stuff, because basically as you're playing a card you have to kind of tell a story of how this thing happened. Like, there was some bad thing that happened to your opponent's family, or no, a good thing happened to your opponent's family member, and you have to kind of come up with a little story around how it happened. So they tell you have to do that, but you don't necessarily have to. You could just play the cards on each other's families and your family, but I don't know, it's just one that we have had for such a long time. This is going to be like a continuous thing throughout the video, but we've had it for such a long time and it just never gets played. So I would rather, you know, hand it off to someone that will get good play out of it and who would enjoy the like fun kind of improv storytelling that this game brings. So yes, I think I told you guys I was going to show you the cards, and then I literally just like held them in my hand. Am I okay? Basically, these are the cards here. They're super cool cards, and like this is the one that goes on top once one of your family members dies. But there's like different ones that you place on top of family members. Different like bad things happen, different good things happen. Was wondrously well wed. So then you would have to like place this on your opponent's person and then like say like, oh, how they met this wonderful person and now they're wonderfully wed. I don't know. It's a little bit of a weird game, but we will see. That is Gloom. Next up is a quick and easy one. This is pretty self-explanatory. This is The Crew. It was published by Cosmos, and designed by Thomas Singh. And this is the first crew. So this is Quest for Planet 9. We do have Mission Deep Sea now, so this is an easy one. They're pretty much the same game. It's a really good game. We love this game very, very much. But if you were to get one of the two, Mission Deep Sea is the newer one and has a slightly different mechanic when it comes to successfully like winning things, I guess. So in this game you are doing like trick taking and you're trying to win tricks in certain ways, and in this one it's pretty much just that you're trying to win a certain card in a certain order. But with Mission Deep Sea there are some different kind of ways to win tricks, and there's a lot more creativity when it comes to different ways to win the tricks. So I just think it's slightly different, but just those small things that have been changed are so much better. So we do not need both the crew, Quest for Planet 9 and Mission Deep Sea. So we're probably gonna get rid of this one. Next up is a game that we should get rid of, but I do not want to get rid of this game. It is the prettiest game ever. We've only played it once and I lost miserably, and I just I didn't fully grasp how to play it. So it kind of just like made me angry that Francis like totally got it, and when we played he just like murdered me. So this is what I'm talking about. This is Chakra. It is published by Blam and designed by Luca Perelza, and this game is so beautiful. The game, the cover, the pieces, I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see, but it's basically moving around these colored crystals that are the chakras, and it is just such a pretty game, and I wish you're like trying to get them into the specific like color regions by moving crystals back and forth, and it's a pretty easy game, but I just don't know why I didn't do good with it. So this is definitely one that is going to be staying for now, but I need to play it again and get better at it. But it is one that if it doesn't get played, it's gonna have to go. But it's gonna stay for now. So I'm getting into the fourth game, but quickly, I've decided throughout these last three games that I'm going to be putting the ones that I know I want to get rid of over there, and then the ones that I want to keep and possibly play again we'll put over there. Hopefully that's good. But let's go to this side. This is a game that I want to get rid of, but I know that we shouldn't get rid of it. Does that make sense? It's a really good intro game, and it's a good one to have for when we're introducing people to the game. So that is Splendor, which, oh, bless you, Francis. But Splendor, I don't want to like fully tip it because this box, y'all know if you're in the board game hobby, you must keep this box at a horizontal way. You cannot put this vertically. If you do, you have a mess on your hands to clean up. But Splendor is a really good intro game, and I'm fully aware of that. But we've had it almost since the beginning of us getting into modern board gaming, and I'm bored of it. But again, I know that it's nice to have when we are introducing people to the hobby. Like this is one that we're thinking about playing tonight because we have two friends coming over that are new-ish to the hobby. So I know that it's good to have, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm so bored of this game, and we'll probably keep it, but just know, when you see this on my shelf, I don't want it to be there, okay? It's not appreciated. But it's a great beginner engine builder type of game where you are buying cards with different colored crystals, and those cards get you more crystals, so then as you collect cards you have more crystals to spend on better cards, and it's just a really great beginner engine builder. So again, we're keeping it, but just between you and me. I don't want it. Okay, let's move into this one. This is one that I've known I've wanted to get rid of for a very long time, and that is Munchkin. This game is absolutely ridiculous, and we got it when we, again, first started our board game collection. It's an okay game. Our only issue is, as we have played this, we have realized that people just kind of casually play cards throughout the game until one person is right at the top, which, if you guys don't know how Munchkin works, basically you all start at 1 and you're trying to get to 10. The first person to get to 10 wins, and you're playing different cards to beat monsters and move to the next room, and other people can like put in different things to kind of mess with you and add different monsters so that you lose and don't move on to the next room. And basically, whenever someone gets to room 9, you best believe everyone has kept their best cards for that last fight to make sure that that person that is in room 9 does not get to room 10. And everyone plays them all at the same time, and it's just a big thing, and then obviously the person doesn't get there. And it's just a little bit annoying. We always know that's what's gonna happen, and that is why Munchkin is unfortunately leaving our collection. Not a fan, was maybe a fan for a week, and then unfortunately it dwindled. Next one is a quick and easy one. This is one, hear me out, this is a very, very good game. Love this game, but let me show you guys what it is first. It is Carcassonne, which Carcassonne is a great like starter intro tile placement game where you are using meeples to score in different ways based on where the tiles are, and it is such a great game. My thing is, I recently discovered, I believe it was in my most recent board game video, which was the gardening and farming games. Someone commented that there is a farming style Carcassonne game, which there are a ton of different types of Carcassonne, and we just have the original, and I think it would be so much more fun if we had a better themed one, because like, to be honest, this is not really a theme that draws me in, and you guys know how much I love themes. So there is a farming themed Carcassonne. I believe it's called Over Hill and Dale. I believe that's what it's called. And there's also Hunters and Gatherers, which is like an animal caveman type or themed Carcassonne. So one of those two I would absolutely love instead of this one. Again, we are going to keep Carcassonne for now, but I would love to eventually switch this out for a better themed Carcassonne. Next up, we have one that I think I talked about in my most recent video, which was just the Q&A, and someone asked what my most favorite and what my least favorite game is in our collection. And guys, so many people are going to be mad at me, but this is my least favorite game in our collection, and it needs to go. This is Small World, which I think I've chatted before on the channel, but I am not a fan of area control whatsoever. The most area control I can handle is in Scythe, and you don't really do a ton of area control in Scythe, but this is a full-on area control game. I love the different factions and how you can like switch up the factions, and it's just so much fun in that perspective, but because the whole game is area control, I just do not enjoy myself whatsoever. So Small World is one that I believe Francis did buy, so it's up to him whether we get rid of this or not, but Small World is definitely one that I would like to get rid of and sell to someone that will get better use out of it and enjoy it more, and that way we could use the money to get a game that we will enjoy more. So I'm not speaking for Francis. I don't know if he enjoys this game. We might end up keeping it because he might enjoy it, but for me, this is one that I would ultimately say goodbye to because I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Next up, we are moving on to another Days of Wonder game. I promise you guys, I don't have anything against Days of Wonder. It's a great publisher. It's just a few of the games that we have from them. Actually, I think the only 2 games that we have from them are just ones that we've had for a while, ones that I'm just not the biggest fan of. So the next one is Ticket to Ride. I'm gonna get some angry comments for this one too, but Ticket to Ride is again one that we've had pretty close to the beginning of our collection, and this is one that I somewhat enjoy, kind of opposite to Small World. It is one that Francis does not enjoy. And when I tell you he does not enjoy this, this man would rather do anything else but play Ticket to Ride. The last time we played this, he was, shall I say, a little bit of a dick. We were playing it with his parents, and he just, that boy cannot, you know, hide when he is not enjoying himself. So Ticket to Ride is one that I wouldn't mind having the collection for when we do introduce new games to people, but I know Francis does not like this game. Maybe we could get like a different version of it. I've heard Ticket to Ride Europe is good, and I just recently heard someone talk about, I think it was actually Foster the Meeple, they were talking about Norway or something like that. That was pretty cool. So yes, Ticket to Ride, one that's going to stay, but we will eventually, you know what, I'm gonna put it over here because I'm never gonna be able to play it. Let's be honest, like, who am I gonna play it with? You can't play Ticket to Ride solo. So I guess it's going. So we have 2 games left. The first one is one that has kind of been replaced by another game that we recently got from actually the same publisher and the same designer. And that is this big boy right here. This is Eldritch Horror. I am just not the biggest fan of this one. And ever since we got Mansions of Madness, which is designed by Nikki Valens as well as published by Fantasy Flight. Is that? Yes, Fantasy Flight Games. It is a very similar game. This one has more mechanics and kind of less, it's less app-driven. Obviously, it's not app-driven at all, whereas Mansions of Madness is like full-on app-driven. This one has a board that you move around and stuff, and you're trying to defeat different monsters in order to win. We haven't played this one in a very long time, and we have been gravitating more towards playing Mansions of Madness. So this is just one that I feel like it's just been replaced, and it's not one that I feel like we're going to be reaching for. I know a lot of people love this game, and it is a very highly rated game, so I would rather, you know, sell this one to someone, again, that will get use out of it and that maybe can't find it anywhere else. I don't know how readily available Eldritch Horror is, but I would rather give it to someone or sell it to someone that would use it more and play it more and get more use out of it. It's in like really good condition too. But yeah, that one, again, like I can't like full on say I'm getting rid of all these games right now because obviously it's partly Francis as well that needs to decide with me, but I'm just showing you guys the ones that I would ultimately get rid of. But if it was only up to me, this one would definitely be getting sold for sure because I love Mansions of Madness and I would rather play that one over Eldritch Horror any day. And then the last game that we are definitely getting rid of, this has been one that's been in the goodbye pile for a very long time, and I really feel horrible about this one because this is from Floodgate Games, which is one of my favorite publishers. I love Sagrada, I love Vivid Memories. We have Decorum on the way to us, which is such a cool game and I'm so excited about it. It's literally like me in a game. It's like decorating a house and board gaming in one, and also it's like a deduction type of game, which is some of my favorites. So excited for that one. Also, they have Holly, and I think those are all the ones that I have from them. They also have one called Bosk, which I'm really excited to try out. But anyways, I'm getting on a tangent. Love Floodgate Games. That is really what I was trying to get to. But this game is just one that Francis and I cannot get into. And it is dun, 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 Fog of Love, which it's a gorgeous game. I think I bought this one pretty early on again in our board gaming hobby, and I'm not gonna lie, I am the hugest fan of just boxes that are like so simple and like chic. Like you guys know, Takedo is another one of my favorite boxes because it's just like white and then like some sort of graphic in the middle. It's just something that I love. And also the board on this one is super like chic and modern looking, but I didn't fully, when I purchased this, realize what the game entailed. It's a very interesting game because basically you're not playing as yourselves dating. So I am getting ahead of myself, but this is a 2-player only game and you're basically playing as a couple, but you have to remember that you're not playing as yourself, and the decisions that you're making in this game are not necessarily the decisions that you're making yourself. You're making them as the character that you're playing, which Francis and I just like couldn't get into, and it was just like a very odd thing to do, and like it's okay, but it's just not something, it's not like the type of game that we reach for. We love more meaty, like strategy, decision-making games. Like this one, you're making decisions, but it's like, hey, do you want to go get pizza? That kind of decision, rather than, you know, strategic decisions. So yes, that is Fog of Love. Again, I feel bad because I love Floodgate games, but it's just one that is not getting played. Like, I don't even think we've played it in like 2 years, maybe even 3 years. So Fog of Love is gonna have to go, and I think that is everything. Those are all of the games that I ultimately would like to get rid of. Obviously, we have to talk it over with Francis. He is the second half and he needs to help me decide what games we do get rid of, but these are all the ones that if it was just up to me, they would be leaving the collection or getting switched out with different games. The only one that I can really say that I want to try a few more times before getting rid of is Chakra. Splendor is one, again, between you and me. And then Carcassonne, I would really love to get a different version of it. So anyways, that is everything for this video. If you guys enjoyed, give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you have yet to do so, because I have a bunch of plans for different board game content in the future. Francis and I are going to be starting to live stream over on Twitch. I'll have my Twitch link down below. We are thinking we're going to start on Tuesday, which this video will hopefully go up on Friday when I'm filming this, and then we're going to live stream on Tuesday. Don't know what game we're going to play, but we're going to start live streaming board games. So definitely go check that out. Follow if you want to see that. And comment down below what you guys think of the games that I'm thinking about taking out of our collection. Let me know if there's something about a game that I should really consider before getting rid of it. If you think these are, you know, not great games and you agree to get rid of them, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. I love you guys so much. Remember, you are somebody's reason to smile, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, friends.